Nicole Smith.
And Steve Kine from Blood and Iron Martial Arts.
And today we'd like to share with you something we've practiced here at Blood and Iron for quite some time. You may have seen us using it at Short Blade Symposium. We're pleased to present you with our content on big knives.
Now, unlike a sword or disac, the big knife doesn't require as much physical strength or power to wield properly when attacking. However, being that it's a smaller implement, it does require structure and speed.
Our material comes from both modern and historical sources, but we would like to emphasize it is for academic and sport purposes only.
Modern basic carry knives are quite small and have only gotten smaller as time goes on. Historically speaking, though, it's very common for large knives, daggers, and rondels to be carried in the 15th century. Now, our content focuses mainly on utility-based knives like the Bowie knife, the sax, or the smatchet, but we will bring you content on the rondel dagger in later videos.
One of the best things about training with large knives is that simulators are plentiful and easy to afford. In fact, Cold Steel Knives produces excellent, inexpensive trainers in a variety of styles. This is not a plug, it's just good value.
Alright, two things to keep in mind when using a big knife. First, we want to keep the weapon hand as safe as possible. Draw it back and close to the body. Second, we have a shield arm to use to defend against incoming attacks, making sure that we use the outside arm and not the inside arm, as this is where all the vital bits are. Now, we can guard this even more by wrapping it in a blanket, a cloak, a backpack, or a leather belt.
One of the most common attacks with a dagger or a long knife is the thrust. Now, I can defend this in a variety of different ways, but for this demonstration, we're going to focus on something very simple, which is just a cut to the weapon arm. Steve is going to thrust in my midsection, and I'm going to defend by passing back and cutting to the inside of his arm.
A second option available to me for an incoming thrust is, as my opponent thrusts, I sidestep and I use my shield arm to defend the attack, keeping my opponent's weapon controlled. At the same time, I take my blade and I come in to my opponent's weapon shoulder.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this first video on big knives. If you did, please like and subscribe. As always, a big thank you to our Patreon supporters, without whom this would not be possible.
If you like the videos we produce and want to learn more, join us for one of our online live classes by clicking the link below.
And remember, if you don't put in the training, you won't get the result.